Welcome to the History Left Behind channel. Be sure to subscribe and like, so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. A Sherman tank rolls across a floating pontoon bridge, each crossing a gamble between victory and disaster. A camouflaged tank climbs from a muddy creek, a glimpse of the soldier's ingenuity under constant threat. A military chaplain delivers a sermon in the forest, a pause of faith and reflection amid the relentless march of war. A soldier reads a note to a young civilian, a quiet act of kindness among the echoes of destruction. An American soldier holds his rifle steady in a shallow trench, his stance a portrait of vigilance in a world at war. Japanese-American troops of the 442nd Infantry Regiment attend an open-air service, faith held strong in the mud of war. An Allied bulldozer clears a road lined with wrecked German armor, the machinery of war reclaiming the land it scarred. A soldier stands by the Red Ball Express board, the lifeline that kept Allied forces rolling toward victory. A bugler kneels beside a comrade's grave, his quiet salute echoing across the rows of white crosses. Soldiers gather around a small fire, playing cards in a fleeting moment of laughter. Brotherhood in the heart of war. An American soldier holds an M1A1 bazooka, the iconic anti-tank weapon that leveled the battlefield. His faint smile hides the fatigue of endless combat. Comrades carry a wounded soldier from the front, a timeless image of courage, compassion, and survival amid chaos. Troops unload crates in knee-deep mud, the unseen side of war where logistics determined victory as much as bullets did. Civilians gather at a displaced persons assembly center, waiting for transport. Their face is a mixture of relief and uncertainty. Three weary soldiers share a rare moment of laughter, a fleeting reminder that brotherhood could still triumph over despair. A tank crewman sits beside his armored vehicle, eating in silence, his weary eyes showing the unseen toll of endless combat. Troops line up for K rations, proof that supply lines were as decisive as the front lines themselves. Surrounded by wreckage and ammunition crates, two soldiers set up a machine gun, preparing to fight another long day. Digging into frozen ground, soldiers fortify their position beside a .50 caliber gun, the brutal winter turning every inch of ground into a battlefield. Three soldiers pause after days of combat, faces hardened by exhaustion, yet still carrying a quiet sense of pride and survival. Officers study the frozen landscape during the Battle of the Bulge, the bitter cold proving as deadly as the enemy itself. Medics work tirelessly at a seaside aid station, treating wounded soldiers fresh from the front lines before evacuation. Soldiers and nurses share coffee aboard a transport ship, small comforts that briefly restored their faith in normalcy. A Red Cross volunteer offers coffee to a soldier resting in his tent, a tender exchange of warmth amid the cold machinery of war. In a quiet forest camp, soldiers and volunteers share laughter, fleeting moments of peace before the war resumes. American troops gather around a Red Cross truck in a newly liberated town, the smell of fresh coffee marking a rare moment of calm after chaos. WWI veterans in ceremonial dress meet Allied officers, a powerful link between generations who fought for the same cause. A Red Cross volunteer serves an exhausted soldier, a smile and a piece of cake enough to bring a brief taste of home. Under the night canopy, weary soldiers share food and laughter, a fleeting reminder that camaraderie was their greatest weapon. Soldiers receive Red Cross packages from home, filled with cigarettes, sweets, and letters, carrying love across an ocean of war. Three soldiers pause after days of combat, faces hardened by exhaustion, yet still carrying a quiet sense of pride and survival. Officers study the frozen landscape during the Battle of the Bulge, the bitter cold proving as deadly as the enemy itself. Medics work tirelessly at a seaside aid station, treating wounded soldiers fresh from the front lines before evacuation. Soldiers and nurses share coffee aboard a transport ship, small comforts that briefly restored their faith in normalcy. A Red Cross volunteer offers coffee to a soldier resting in his tent, a tender exchange of warmth amid the cold machinery of war. A Red Cross volunteer offers coffee to a soldier resting in his tent, a tender exchange of warmth amid the cold machinery of war. Red Cross nurses board a transport ship bound for Europe, carrying supplies, compassion, and an unspoken awareness of the dangers ahead. Children gather around a Red Cross truck in a newly liberated village, the laughter of youth briefly silencing the echoes of war. Troops line up beside a Red Cross truck amidst the ruins, each sip of coffee offering a momentary sense of normalcy and peace. Red Cross workers serve Allied soldiers, proving that compassion and duty remained as strong as the steel of the machines around them. Civilians and soldiers walk through shattered streets after heavy bombings, dust and silence filling the space where life once thrived. Bombed-out buildings and debris-strewn streets bear witness to the air raids, survivors returning to identify fragments of their former lives. Once bustling city blocks now stand hollow, broken shop fronts and fallen motorcycles marking the scars of retreat and resistance. An American soldier shares a moment of joy with a child in uniform near a Red Cross post, a small glimpse of normal life returning to the ruins. Convoys move through the Alps as Allied troops begin their journey home, the mountains standing still as the war finally fades.
Please contact flight attendants when you need help.
A destroyed German Panther tank lies silent on the open plain. Its number, 252, marking the ghost of a once feared war machine. An American soldier stands at the entrance of a tunnel once used to conceal aircraft. The fallen wings bearing swastikas, remnants of a crumbling regime. Troops clear the ruins of a devastated village, the heavy air filled with the dust and silence of lives lost. Soldiers trudge through snow-covered ruins during the Battle of the Bulge, the frozen landscape reflecting the stillness after the storm. Allied convoys roll through snowbound towns, movement returning to streets once silenced by war. American soldiers gather the fallen in a German town square, the Statue of Peace standing silently over the heavy cost of liberation. A radio operator adjusts a field transmitter. These bulky devices kept the Allies connected across continents and through chaos. Troops inspect a hidden bunker vault, a remnant of the Reich's final efforts to conceal intelligence as defeat closed in. A U.S. soldier walks through the wreckage of an armament plant, twisted steel marking the end of the Nazi industrial engine. American and Soviet officers stand side by side aboard a ship, allies in victory, soon to become rivals in the uneasy dawn of the Cold War. U.S. troops gather in a German town square, surrounded by fallen soldiers beneath a statue of justice, a haunting reminder of war's human toll. A radio operator fine-tunes his transmitter, the hum of the machine echoing across Europe as Allied communications shaped the modern battlefield. Soldiers inspect a concealed bunker. The German inscription warning against light reveals the secrecy that shrouded the Reich's final strongholds. A U.S. soldier walks through twisted steel and shattered machinery, the bones of the Nazi war industry now silent in defeat. Allied officers stand on the deck of a warship, victors of a global struggle, soon to face a new and uneasy peace.